of August, the eighth month of the year. Um, in it also means new beginning, and so I am hoping that you're taking advantage of that in how you think and using that thought process to, shall we say, see yourself as starting afresh in something. Okay, Hello again. I apologize for the long pause. I think I'll indicate in the comment section. Um, I think I might indicate in the comment section that I had issues with, shall we say, I had to go and, you know, cover some things. The rain just started and it would ruin whatever it is I had outside, so I had to quickly go and cover what needs to be covered and remove what needs to be removed. Crazy enough, while I was doing all that, the rain almost stopped. It is well. Okay, so today's topic is one that, you know, is one of those topics that I try to avoid talking about it as much because I'm very, very passionate about it. I'm very, very passionate about it, right? So I'll just ask, what is love? I know it's one of those questions, but yeah. So I'm asking, what is love? What do you understand by love? What do you know love as? Like, if there is one word you can use to describe love, what is love? All right, while we're at it, it was YouTube that said I should try it too, so I tried it. All right. So, this topic is one I'm very passionate about, and it's a pain in 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 the soul, really, when you really think about it, because a lot of women have spent their entire lives, and it has almost become a pattern, really, because the grandmother did it, the mother did it, and it looks like the daughter is going to do the same thing as well. And I'm here to talk to the generation of women right now. You can always ask your mom or anybody you observe what we're going to talk about right now. Anyone you observe has these, you know, it portrays what we're going to talk about today. You can ask them questions, and hope that they would answer correctly, right? Or and hope that they will be honest with you. It's the case of these, how we quantify love, and we see love as, especially with a man, because the way a man loves is sort of different from the way a woman loves. It's not the same, right? They might react the same way as far as love is concerned, but what necessitates it or what precipitates it is different. For a woman, most of the time or sometimes it could be like, I see this guy, I like him, I want to be with him. And for some women, it's over time. It's a case of, I love him because he first loved me. Just like the Bible says, the Bible talks about we love him because he first loved us, talking about God through Christ towards humanity. And you see that that is it for some women as well, that the reason they love a man is because he loves them. And so that is where my focus I want to focus on that a lot, because that is the most common one. And really, it's also the part where I want to highlight there is him loving you. Now, understanding that a man loving you has little or nothing to do with the way you behave, has little or nothing to do with what you have. It has everything to do with how he feels when he's with you, how he feels about you and what he feels about you. Like, does your presence make him happy? Does the thought of you just gladdens his heart? Are you like he's sweet? You understand? Like you understand, like the feeling you get when you're tasting something sweet, right? Like, are you somebody to him, like when he thinks about you, he feels relaxed? He finds you, he desires you, he finds you physically attractive, and he feels very, very good. He's his best when he's around you. He loves being with you. He loves being around you. He finds you attractive. It has nothing to do with whether you are capable or not. If a man doesn't desire you like that, in a way where he desires your presence, he desires your affection, not because he wants to use it against you, but because he feels he's affectionate towards you, like he can't help himself. When he's with you, he can't think of, like, the moment he saw you, other women just didn't exist. Other women ceased to exist. If that is not how a man feels about you, then really you're not you have not met the right man for you yet. Oh, he might be a good man. No, you understand, he might be a good man, but that's not the point. And I want to bring context to this so you have a better understanding of what I'm talking about. Now, you find a situation where a woman has all these things to bring to the table. Whatever it is that that man is requiring from her, she's got it. And then she brings all that. And then along the line, he falls in love with someone else. And this person he falls in love with, she has practically nothing. She's not capable, right? She's not capable. She doesn't look like she has anything to bring to the table. And this man who, you know, you have worked with, you're building a life with, he doesn't care that this woman doesn't bring anything. He is willing to finance her. He wants to finance her. And yet, that is not what he told you. He told you a woman has to have her own thing. He respects a woman that has her own stuff. Yeah, he might respect you, but does he love you? Really love you? Why does he love you? That is also important. You have to ask and observe why a man loves you. I watched a short recently, and I think that just triggered me in a bit to say, you know what? I need to talk about this. And what is that about? The lady in question was talking about how she's only comfortable married to her husband now because she built with him. She built with him like she I don't know how else to put it. She built with him. And yet she's met somebody who has everything. Has everything, like he's built. He's already built. He doesn't need her to build anything with him. He's already a built man. And one of the reasons, and the reason she did not stay with him, there might have been other reasons, but that was the reason she stated, and it was a short. So there might have been a long conversation about other reasons why she did not stay. And the reason the short was saying was that she felt like she had nothing to contribute. She felt left out, sort of. She felt like a freeloader or something along those lines. And because of that, she left, or she didn't stay with him. And the person she chose, She chose the person because, oh, I could build with him. He still needs me. He still needs building. And so I could join him in building. That was what I was hearing. And I was like, maybe I misunderstood this. And I went to the comment section, and usually you get the vibe of a conversation from the comment section. And in the comments, what I was hearing was, oh, and one man said something about how he has everything, that he has money now, so he doesn't need anybody to build with him, that he's only comfortable with a woman who has her own thing, someone who has built something for herself. And he said so he's going to look at one of his female friends, and maybe by the end of the year they'll be married. And I felt panic because I was like, you are only with this woman, you only want to choose one of your friends because you feel safe with them. If safety, though, was all that mattered, why didn't you say something earlier? Why didn't you date them? Why didn't you court them? Why did they remain your friends while you were building? They were only good enough for you as friends. Now, instead of you to keep it that way, you now want to do your friend a disservice. You think she doesn't deserve someone that passionately loves her. And I wanted to just move past that. But I was like, you know what? Who knows? Maybe my comment or my response to this guy is going to save a woman from being in a relationship where she's somebody's armor. Rather than somebody's companion, she's somebody's armor. Rather than being somebody's desire, she's somebody's shield against desire. So, in other words, he has his own preference, but he's not going for that because he's afraid that his preference might only want him for what he has. And so, what does he do? He's thinking, let me go with one of my friends and get married to her. After all, so it's not even one specific person, it's just one of his friends. You see the problem? And I was like, sir, if you're not passionately in love with her, leave her alone. I emphasize that leave her alone, and I emphasize that passionately in love. Because here is the thing, if passionately in love does not describe how a man feels about you, he's going to feel passionately in love with someone else one day. Or better still, let me put it this way, you will never be his, he will never be yours because he doesn't passionately love you. You will feel that distance. Oh, he will treat you well, he will be kind to you, he will be loving towards you. That's when you start hearing things like, oh, love requires work. I've never heard someone who is passionately in love say they require work, because you know why? Passion is the drive, passion is the fuel. But when love is being built in quote and there is no passion, it's work, hard, grueling work. And eventually, at some point, the person will now start asking for God's help so that love, the effort it takes to love this person, will not enter into resentment, will not become something a man resents. And a woman can love a man because he's kind to her. But you see, the moment a woman's feelings starts to get involved, she can tell when a man loves her or when a man is with her because she's convenient, because she's safe, because she's available, because she's convenient, because she's safe. And the problem with that kind of mindset sometimes is that your heart is not necessarily safe with the man who is with you because he's safe with you. Because guess what? Because he has you in his life, he could take the risk of being with somebody that is not safe for him, but is the one he's passionately in love with. Now, let me now go to where I want to highlight here. The reason a man will love you is not because you're safe for him. The reason a man will love you as a woman is not because you have something to bring to the table. I mean, Eve came nude, udo natural. She came nude. And when the man saw her, the first thing he said wasn't, "What did you bring to the table?" or "What are you bringing to the table?" The first question Adam asked Eve was not, "Oh, what do you have to offer? What work do you do? What is your network? What is your network?" Those were not the questions he was asking. He didn't even ask any question, he just made a declaration. Now this is the bone of my bone, the flesh of my flesh. He just claimed her. God did not even introduce them. God just brought her to him and let him decide what he wants, what he sees. God doesn't want to preempt his thoughts. God wants him to speak his mind based on what he has seen. And what did he say? He said, "This is the bone of my bone, the flesh of my flesh, and she shall be called woman." Wow. So it's he just claimed her as his. And that was it. Do you know how long it takes for a woman to be accepted by a man that doesn't desire her, that doesn't want her? Some women have been with a man for decades and is always finding reasons and excuses. See, if Adam did not like Eve or did not like the woman, if the man didn't like the woman in the Garden of Eden, he would have said, "How come you don't have clothes on you?" Oh, no, he doesn't have clothes on him either. But we've seen people all highlight and shall we say highlight a flaw in a person that they themselves are flawed in. Like that's their flaw, but they they would want to crucify the woman for something they themselves are guilty of. If Adam did not want Eve or like Eve or desire her, he would have noticed that she didn't have clothes on. But he just said, "Bone of my bone, flesh." He accepted her immediately because he desired her, he wanted her. When a man wants you, it has nothing to do with you. You could bring nothing to the table and he will want you. You could bring less to the table and he will want you. But every time a man begins to talk about what you need to do, how you need to do it, or he begins to talk about what he expects, it might not even say it to you directly, but like, "I like a woman that is this, that, and the third." If a man is telling you that, is a way of saying you are not that. And if I were you, I would just excuse myself. Because he's not asking you to become that. He's saying you can never become that. And even when you become that, he will resent you for becoming that and he will say you are doing too much. So if a man is saying to your face what he wants from a woman, it means you are not that woman. And in his eyes, you can never be that woman no matter what you try. Which also means he doesn't love you. Which also means he doesn't desire you. As in you. Not who he wants, but you. So you have to be sure that this man looks at you and he thinks of no other woman. He sees no other woman. That is when you know that you have arrived. That is when you know that you have found home. You know you have found home when a man is not constantly telling you what he wants in a woman. That is a sure sign that he doesn't see you, he doesn't desire you, he doesn't want you, and he doesn't love you. However, he's aware that you are capable of becoming what he wants. And so, how about I get what I want from this woman while I wait for the woman that I actually want? Is it if you notice sometimes, have you not noticed where sometimes a woman would be all of these things that this man is saying and he'll still have something to complain about? He won't even look happy. Or you do all of these things for him. You become this woman he asks for. And then who is the woman he leaves you for? The woman that doesn't have any of those things that he insisted. And he'll be like, well, I changed. What I wanted, I don't want them anymore. Oh, wow. And that took you moving away from who you are naturally. And so it's important that you choose a man that desires you, not for what you can do, not for what you are, but because he just loves you. There is no reason for that. Even in the Bible, when they're talking about love, they don't talk about why a person loves. They just talk about how you know a person loves you or how you know that you love someone. It has nothing to do with what that person is doing or not doing. The person could be doing everything wrong. Not to say you should stay with somebody that is doing everything wrong, but we're talking about being loved. You don't even have to try. You just have to be. That's just it. You just have to be. And one thing I want to highlight that seems to be escaping my notice right now is that a woman, a man that loves you doesn't require much from you, really. Interestingly, a man that loves you just wants you to be happy. A man that loves you just wants you to be fulfilled. He wants you comfortable, happy, fulfilled. That's it. So any small thing you do, he celebrates it. We'll have to do a part two of this because there are points that I wanted to highlight, but some of them just, they sort of flew away. Sort of. So I would just say, guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it flows the issues of life. Later, I guess, we might put up this video. But until then, shalom.